Hello and welcome back to another other video. Today we are talking about Potential Tropical Cyclone 4, which is about to hit northeast Mexico and southern Texas, and does have a chance of forming here, 50% within the next, not even 48 hours, more like 12 hours. But it does not seem like it's going to form based on the model data that we're going to be looking at later. Currently, PTC-4 has 35 mile an hour max sustained winds, a minimum central pressure of 1,010 millibars, and is moving northwest at 13 miles per hour. So right now, here are our warnings in cone. The National Hurricane Center is still predicting this to become a tropical storm by 7 p.m. on Saturday, and tropical storm warnings are up for northeast Mexico and very southern Texas coastlines of the Gulf. And then eventually, by Sunday morning, this should devolve into a post-tropical depression. So let's move on here to our arrival time of winds with wind speed probabilities. And you can see here the probability of this actually becoming a tropical storm and having tropical storm force winds is right around 10 to 20%. So even the National Hurricane Center is losing confidence in this storm. Let's go over our key messages here. Tropical storm conditions are expected across portions of northeastern Mexico and southern Texas this afternoon and evening, where a tropical storm warning is in effect. Rains from the disturbance may begin to affect the eastern coast of Mexico from northern Veracruz across parts of Tamaulipas and Nuevo Leon today. This rainfall may produce flash flooding. Heavy rain may also move to the far south Texas coast through Sunday morning, producing local flash, urban, and small stream flood impacts. Flash flooding potential here is at a marginal at least 5% in southern Texas, and the rainfall occurring from this storm is between 1 to 4 inches, and that includes cities such as Corpus Christi and Brownville. So let's move on here to our tropical cyclone names. If this storm does get named, it will be Tropical Storm Danielle, which will be the fourth named storm of the Atlantic hurricane season, but again, does not seem very likely at this point. As here is our picture of this storm from the satellites, and very disorganized and really doesn't have that center of rotation that's very clear cut, and at this point really isn't much room left to strengthen. So let's start off here with our global hurricane models. The track of the storm is pretty much set in stone. It's going to be moving to the northwest into northeast Mexico and portions of southern Texas, and that is consistent across most of our models here. The GEFS is actually having this turn into northeast Mexico, but the GEPS is kind of all over the place, as well as the European ensemble is just given up at this point. But our intensity guidance has 3 models showing this becoming a tropical storm, and the rest not even getting out of tropical depression status. So let's take a look at the GFS. The GFS has this storm just a wave of tropical energy, and so does the European model. So even though this storm is going to make landfall apparently in portions of southern Texas and areas of northeast Mexico, I doubt that it will even become a tropical storm, and I doubt that it will move past this current 35 mile an hour max sustained winds. So maybe the worst part of this storm will be the rainfall and the potential flooding impacts brought on by this storm. As you can see, up to 4 inches of rainfall isn't anything to laugh at, and there's guaranteed areas of 2 inches of rain, especially in the areas that will be most heavily impacted by the storm. We can take a look here at the GFS model, and as this storm is moving onto the coast, you can see some areas of southern Texas really getting most of that energy. But the European model also has very limited areas of that rainfall. Actually, both of them don't even have any areas getting over a half an inch. So it really seems like this is just a tropical wave of energy. I wouldn't even give it a 50% chance of formation within the next, at this point, like 5 to 12 hours. At this point, this is just a wave of tropical energy. Our next wave of tropical energy has just emerged off the African coastline. That has a 20% chance of formation within 5 days. So that is the next system that we do have to start to look at. But Potential Tropical Cyclone 4 does seem like a dud in my book. But that is all the information that I have for this storm. Kind of a weak wave that really didn't deserve to get named a potential tropical cyclone. But the interest was there, so it was named. But fourth disturbance of the year, and so far none of them have been very interesting. We haven't seen a major tropical storm. Most of these storms have been borderline tropical systems, and at this point it doesn't seem likely that we're going to be seeing any major tropical development probably until early September. The conditions aren't very favorable at the moment, so this is probably the closest we're going to get. But if you found this video informative, consider leaving a like, subscribing, and hitting the bell. That is all I have for today. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time.